Welcome back to the vlog. I'm about to show you the most first world of first world problems. Even by first world problem standards, this is kind of pathetic. This year has been absolutely brutal for video game releases that I really want to play, but don't have time to play. In April, Eiyuden Chronicle came out. I have not even started this. I forgot to bring it, but at the end of August, Visions of Mana came out. I actually did finish this like in 2 weeks. It was incredible. Then Astrobot came out and everybody was raving about it. I got it, it's fantastic, but I've only played a little bit of it. Then Zelda came out and I was like, I can't not get a new Zelda game. Barely played any of that. Then Metaphor was released and I was like, no, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off. I don't have time for an 80-hour RPG. But I wasn't able to resist. I'm 40 hours in now. It's a fantastic game. Maybe I'll actually finish this one pretty soon. And the releases just kept coming. Romancing Saga 2, I haven't even opened it yet. Mario and Luigi Brothership, I don't even know if this game is good or not. But I was like, oh, I gotta at least try it. And I opened it thinking I was gonna play it, haven't even played it yet. Ys 10 Nordics came out, and I was like, I'm not even that big of an Ys fan, but this game looks so much fun. I played a bit of the demo, it was pretty fun, and I haven't even opened it yet. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, you know I have to get this game, but still, no time to play it, haven't even opened it. And then I was doing a bit of traveling, and if I ever see a video game shop, I always get something from them because I want video game shops to still exist. Picked up Dragon Quest Heroes 2 for 15 bucks, have not even played it. Long story short, like I said, first world problems here. Isn't it crazy how different people's lives are? Like, there's people who are literally in war zones right now, and there's people like us who get to watch YouTube and have literally too many games to play. I'm probably not gonna return any of these because some of them were buy two, get one frees. And I do want all these games and I do plan on playing them all eventually. And it's not so much the time. Like, I think everybody has more time than they think. It's the mental and physical energy to want to do things. We all have so much physical and mental energy for doing things. And sometimes video games just don't really slot in there. On the topic of first world problems, it is very disturbing to me how quickly your belongings can just kind of balloon. I've got these 3 tripod heads that I don't use. One of them was gifted to us by the amazing Dan Vulcans. We just never actually needed to use this because we had other ones. This one came with this tripod, and it's very similar to the head I already use, but the tension is a little bit too hard, so I ended up not using it. And this one we used forever, but it has since been replaced by other ones. So if you would like any of these tripod heads, please just let me know. I will also list the models of these tripod heads below, but please help me find a use for these. It's not so much the amount of stuff that bothers me about modern life, it's stuff that's not being used that really bothers me. I want all of the stuff I have to have a purpose and to be passed on to somebody who will use it and treasure it. And whenever I'm just letting something languish, no, I cannot abide that. Also, would any of you like one of these old style Apple TV remotes? If you want it, it's yours. I will send it to you for free. You're talking to a woman who owns her own harpoon. I have a scale. I have boxes. I have a printer. I will package it in an old Amazon box. I will weigh it on my scale. I will print out a label, attach it to the box, and drop it off at the post office and not even have to wait in line. Just tell me if you want this. It will make me feel good because not only am I getting this out of my house, but somebody's going to be using it. And it'll make you feel good because you will have gotten something free from a random internet guy. You're one of like 2,000 people who watches this random dude on the internet, and you've been watching him for 10 years, and yet 75 million people elected a... What is reality? This is Democracy Manifest. All right, so the task for today is to finish the Tetons episode bloopers. I'm getting us caught up on all the bloopers. So Virgin Falls, the Japan train trip, and the Colorado road trip, all of those bloopers are done. I will finish the Tetons bloopers today. And I think we'll release them all as one big dump on the Adventure Archives Patreon page. Yesterday was Sunday, and I kept having the feeling that I was forgetting something that I needed to do. And that is not an uncommon feeling for a Sunday, but I was still like, oh man, I just need to write all of this stuff down and get it out of my brain. You know what's really weird is I used to not use a calendar. Like up until like 2020, I didn't really use a calendar. Like I would put stuff in there like that was like a work thing that I had to do. But like as far as like a day-to-day task list, did not use it at all. Now I find that that is the best way to just make sure that I keep track of things. Like if there's something that I need to do like that's not super pressing, I'll just put it on the calendar like a month later so that when the day comes, I open my calendar, I see it there, I'm like, oh, I can take care of that today. I try not to get too granular though. If you get too granular with things like to-do lists, doing the to-do list is more the task than just the task itself. So, today the task says Teton's bloopers. It is now time to do that. Let's do that. The other thing that making a list does is it helps you not to get ahead of yourself. I almost always think that I have more things to get done than I actually do. And if I just make a list, all I need to do is just get the things on that list done. I'm actually fairly decent at knowing how much I can get done in a single day. So when I'm making that list, it's usually pretty reasonable. One thing I'm not always great at though, is knowing whether I should exercise or not. When I feel good, it's like very obvious. You're like, yeah, let's go exercise. But when I feel like I do today, where I'm kind of like, oh God, I don't know, man. It can really go either way. I exercise and I'll feel better, or I exercise and I will feel worse. Let's give it a shot. You know what's another weird thing about getting older? Is you start to realize how much of what you do is just you. Like I've always had the suspicion that it's just me, and sometimes that suspicion is validated.
Okay, so far so good. I was pretty sure that this was going to be one of those instances where I would feel good once I start moving, and so far that's been the case. And also it's weird how even when I feel really good, I'm not much faster. Whether I feel good or bad, my speed is about the same. It's been a while since I've done a podcast recommendation during one of my runs, but if you used to listen to Reply All before it imploded, you should check out PJ Vote's new podcast, Search Party. Search engine? Search engine. There's very little that I love more than a story and wanting to know where it's gonna go. Is it time for Christmas decorations? Christmas decorations everywhere.
Woo, okay. All right, well, I definitely don't feel worse. I can't say if I feel better, but I felt good while I was running, so that's something. That will do it for today's vlog though. If you want any of this stuff, check the pinned comment below. I will put a link to each item's like description on like B&H Photo. If you want that, email me. My email address is in my about page on my YouTube page. But yeah, if you want this, I will send it to you for free. Everybody will be happy. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a good one. See you in the next one. Welcome back to the vlog. By First World's, welcome back to the vlog. I have done something stupid welcome back to the vlog. Have you heard the term, let's start over.